My chest is oven baked. So this is Jake from the future. Just finished the chest workout. It was a great one. So before I start this video, make sure you give this one a like. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel and grab a notebook or your phone. Write all the information I'm talking about in this video down. Wish you a lot of luck and let's start the video.
Turn the beat up a little bit.
A proper dumbbell chest workout wouldn't be a proper chest workout without the dumbbell chest press. The dumbbell chest press is probably one of my favorite dumbbell exercises to create mass on the chest. A little backstory: in the past I lacked a chest. I had a really flat pancake looking chest on my torso and it didn't look good because I didn't perform the exercises good. With looking at tutorials and reading some studies, I managed to relearn my form and really do the exercises properly. First of all, I need to ask you a question. How is your scapular mobility going? Why am I asking that? Because in order to do these exercises, you need to retract your scapula the correct way and keep it that way and keep it retracted. Now, what do I mean about this? Put your arms straight forward and you need to press your shoulder blades together and down. And this needs to be throughout the whole movement. Why is that? Because if you are retracting your scapula, you're putting your shoulders out of the exercise and you put more pressure on the chest. If you aren't able to do this, I would recommend you to go to a physiotherapist. And if money is a problem for you, I would recommend to do some exercises to really strengthen those muscles, because the scapular mobility is very, very important. I realized that very late in my training career and I run into a lot of mobility and imbalances problems. So how to perform the chest press? First thing, you need to put your arm in a 90-degree angle. Elbow, wrist and knuckles needs to face the ceiling. I don't want to see your wrist doing this because you put a lot of pressure on the wrist and this will cause injuries. Put your fist like this. This is the proper way to press. Second tip, don't go too heavy, because I see a lot of beginners pressing too heavy. And in the past, when I trained 3 years, I saw a kid that came in the gym just for the first time and he was pressing 38s. No, put them down. It's probably too heavy for you and you are probably on your way to injure yourself. Chest press. The arms need to be in a 90 degrees angle. You can't put your elbows like this. You can't put your elbows like this. It depends on your shoulder mobility. I'm more tending to put them like this, and I find that I have the most engagement in my chest rather than doing this. In terms of depth, if you are going 90 degrees, that is already good, but if you can go further, it depends on your shoulder mobility, of course. Go further for a much longer stretch in the pecs. How to perform the exercise? I see a lot of people, when they are performing the exercise, they're just going through the movement, just pressing. Also, I blame myself for it. I did that as well. Now, if you want to do the exercise correct, you need to think about pressing your biceps or your elbows against each other. If you do that, look at my chest. My chest is flexing. This is what you want. You want the full stretch of the pecs and you want the full flex of the pecs. If you can't flex your pecs, I would recommend to learn that. How I personally learned that, I put my hands in front of me and I press my hands as hard as I can to each other. And I did that for 10 seconds before I did every exercise. And why did I did that? So I really could feel my chest flexing, because that is very, very important. If you are stretching your pecs but you ain't flexing your pecs, you are cutting out a third of the proportion of the exercise. In terms of how to lay on the bench, I prefer to have a little arch in the back. Not a crazy powerlifting arch, no, just a little comfortable arch throughout the movement. Don't go flat back on the bench. I don't recommend that. If you do that, you will probably put a lot of shoulder in the movement, so I would recommend to get a little arch in the back. Foot placement. Foot need to be flat on the ground, steady. Don't do the old school bodybuilding movement with feet in the air. That is not good because you don't have the stability to really control your dumbbells. Put your feet flat to the ground. Engage your glutes a little bit so you got that stability. Engage your core and then you are set to have a stable form and to perform the exercise. So bros, now we are going to the superset. We ain't gonna give up, we are giving it all. We're not gonna make the excuse because we are at home that we are going to do a lame workout. No, we are gonna smash it, man. Okay, second exercise, better say. First superset, we got an incline bench. Now I forgot to mention this. If you don't have a bench press in your arsenal, that is not a problem. I had that in the first lockdown. What I did for the flat dumbbell press, I lay a pillow on the ground, and if I did an incline dumbbell press for like my upper chest, I stapled like 3 pillows, and that creates like incline dumbbell press. You need to do what you have to do in order to do certain exercises. But the first superset that we are going to do is a standard incline dumbbell press, and we are going to superset it with an incline neutral dumbbell press. Now, the incline dumbbell press, how I like him to perform: squeeze the scapula, put him down, put the chest out, and this is the perfect setup to start with your lift. For the standard dumbbell press, your hands are like this, and your extension looks like this, and your flex looks like this. Well, with the neutral position, the only difference is the hand placement. With the standard dumbbell press, your hands are like this. With the neutral, your hands are like this. The movement is just the same like the standard one, just the hand placement is different. But the biggest benefit from the neutral press is what it does with the chest. Well, the normal press, there is some delts involvement and some tricep involvement. With the neutral press, you can target the chest a lot more, and the shoulders and the triceps are a little bit less involved throughout the movement. You will see this superset is very hard, 2 presses back to back, but I purposely do that because we need to have a hard session, and we are not going to do some lame sessions. No, the chest needs to be demolished in order to create mass. Last superset, but definitely not the easiest, is a standard chest fly and push-ups till failure. Now, there is a lot of discussion around the chest fly. They say that it's a dangerous exercise, this and that. Well, newsflash people, every exercise is dangerous if the exercise isn't performed good. If you are performing the dumbbell chest fly the right way, there is no way to get injured. But if you are kind of like skeptical about the exercise, no problem, I got your back. Well, if you want to do the dumbbell chest fly, I would say to do the push-up fly. How does it work? You take 2 towels, you put your hands on it, you stand in a push-up position, let's say like this. Imagine my hands is on the floor, and imagine the towels are under my hands, or you can use washing gloves, depends what you want. And then you are going all the way till here, let's say till a 90-degree angle. When you are in this 90-degree angle, you are flexing your pecs against each other while you're sliding the gloves to each other. First of all, technique. How to perform the push-up the right way? Well, like every chest exercise, you need to squeeze the scapula against each other and down. Chest needs to be forward. The only difference with the push-up, make sure your core and your abs are sort of engaged. Don't let your hips flare and get like a butt wink. I see that a lot. When people like performing the push-up, make sure your abs are nice and tight, flat, nice back, and perform the exercise. Feet, you can put feet like a bit closer than shoulder width. Make sure your feet are standing the same. In terms of the dumbbell chest fly, how to perform the dumbbell chest fly correct? Well, first of all, like I said, with every chest exercise, scapula squeeze, scapula down, hands, take the neutral position of the chest fly. Make sure your hands are equal to each other. You're going down. A little bend in the arms. This is the bend what I'm talking about. This is the bend. Don't straighten your arms. A lot of pressure is going to the shoulder. There is where the mistakes are made. Make sure your arms are a little bent. I don't go to the full stretch. Sometimes I can go to the full stretch, but most of the time, to be honest, I just go maybe a little bit below 90 degrees. I don't want to activate the shoulder. I want to activate the pecs as much as possible. Now, for the squeeze, make sure you bring your elbows to each other. Look what my pecs are doing if I bring my elbows to each other. They're squeezing. If I don't do that, a lot of pressure is lost. Bring the elbows as close as possible to each other. Make sure you squeeze the pecs and go down again. For this exercise, you don't need to go heavy. Pick a weight that is good enough and is heavy enough for the chest. Now, if you are lagging with weights, I would recommend to go with higher reps. If you have moderate to heavy weights, I would say pick a weight that is good enough to perform the standard 8 to 12 reps. I don't know about you, bros, but my chest is pretty dead. So, this was the workout. I hope you get some information from it. I hope if you try this workout that you had a great pump, that you have some DOMs. I am pretty sure if you follow the steps right, doing the amount of reps I'm saying, you pretty much will get an effective workout from it. So, if you liked this video, please give this one a like, share this one with a friend, put on post notifications so you can see when I drop a new video, subscribe for sure, and I see you in the next video. Peace.
I've been all in my bag, you been all in my business, you be all in your feelings, I've been all in them trenches, I've been all in my bag, you be all in my business, know they notice me flexing, fit in all of my fitness, I've been all in my bag, you been all